Okay, guys, I'm here with my review for WWE Hell in a Cell 2014. And I gotta tell you, this was actually not a bad show, actually. So, we kick off the pre-show match, which was Mark Henry versus Bo Dallas, and Mark Henry basically Bo squashed Mr. Bo Leave. Yeah, very quick squash match, Mark Henry won. Well, I guess good for Mark Henry. Our first official match of the show was Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship. This was a match I did not predict because at the time I made my predictions video, I didn't know about it. So, good match here, as you would expect from these two. Dolph wins in 2 straight falls. That was kind of surprising, because I at least thought Cesaro would get a fall in this match and all that. I didn't expect to go 2 straight falls for Dolph, but, Dolph won. Okay. Our second match is the Bella Butler match, as I like to call this, as Nikki Bella faced Brie Bella. In a surprisingly decent match, given that, because the Bellas have actually improved in the ring, but they were always somewhat good, but WWE just made them utter eye candy. It's not their fault for that. This is actually, like I said, a decent little match here. Nothing special, mind you. Wasn't like match of the night stuff. But Nikki wins after hitting Brie with the forearm from SummerSlam and then her rack attack move. And gets the win and thus makes Brie her assistant for 30 days. And of course, if Brie doesn't comply, she gets fired. So that was a match I predicted correctly. Next match on the show was the tag team title match. The Usos versus Gold and Stardust. Another good match here. Knew it was going to be a good match. Gold and Stardust win after Goldust's final cut or whatever that suplex neckbreaker dealy move is of his. So I just wonder now, what are they going to do with Gold and Stardust's heels with the tag team titles? Because they have no face teams to face against other than the Usos, and I'll get old quickly. So, I really don't know. But Golden Stardust got the win here. Next match of the night was the match that I actually thought was going to main event, because I thought that they would have it main event, as it involved their 2 Golden Boys. Anyway, the next match of the night was John Cena versus Randy Orton in the first Hell in a Cell match to determine the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and to face Brock Lesnar, most likely at the Royal Rumble. This was the normal match you get between Cena and Orton. From a match quality wise, I'd say it was actually good. But again, it's a normal John Cena Randy Orton match, so I wasn't that entertained by it, and I was actually bored. So, again, match quality standpoint probably wasn't bad, but I don't think it needed to go to length it went, and it definitely didn't need to be inside Hell in a Cell. But Cena wins after an attitude adjustment through a table from the top rope. So, that means it's most likely at the Royal Rumble going to be John Cena versus Brock Lesnar again. Whoop-de-doo. Next match of the night was Sheamus versus The Miz for the United States Championship. Good match here. Sheamus won with a bro kick. And then he had some fun of Miz and Mizdow, because Mizdow mimicked everything that Sheamus did to The Miz. He even had Miz do the YMCA dance. And then he bro kicked Miz again, and Mizdow sold that too. So, looks like Mizdow's finding a way to make him a star out of this dumb thing. But hey, good for Damien Mizdow, ain't it? Okay. Next match was Big Show versus Rusev, which had a build-up package. One of only 3 matches with a build-up package in this show. And for what it was actually a very good match for what it was. Again, not something big or good or great, but it wasn't bad. It was what I expected it to be, and Rusev won clean with the accolade, which was a surprise because I thought either Big Show or Mark Henry was going to turn heel in this match. But Rusev won with the accolade, as he should have. But I'm thinking to myself that he's just being built up to be fed to John Cena at WrestleMania, and then you're dealing with the possibility of a Bray Wyatt situation with him. But, what do I know? So, next match, the match before the main event, was Paige versus AJ Lee for the Divas Championship. This was a interesting little match. Wasn't good, but it was it could have been better out of AJ and Paige, but AJ won with the Black Widow after she kind of knocked Paige loopy by throwing her, and she hit her head on the barricade, and Alicia threw her in, but she threw her right into the Black Widow, which made Paige tap. And then Paige struck Alicia, so I guess that friendship's over. So it looks like AJ's reign's going to continue to indefinitely, since most of the divas who can challenge for that title are on Total Divas now. But I don't know why it only persists to the divas and not the guys that are on Total Divas. I don't know why that rule only persists to the divas when John Cena, one of the Usos, and Daniel Bryan are on Total Divas. But that's just me wondering. That's just a thought I had. So then we got the thing that actually surprised me, the main event. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and their Hell in a Cell. This got from bell to bell, this isn't the longest match on this show, from bell to bell, but it had a lot of activity beforehand from the top of the cell, and we actually have something in the cell match we have not seen in quite a long time. That is a bump off the cell in some cases. In fact, 2 of them, both from Rollins and Ambrose, as they went through both announce tables. And they do this stretcher thing. Ambrose gets off it, throws Rollins into the ring, and the match officially starts. In the ring, like I said, from bell to bell, while this wasn't from bell to bell a classic, it was definitely, I think, worthy of being in the main event after what they did. They went all out here. The finish was they were going to have Ambrose curb stomp Rollins through cinder blocks until Bray Wyatt showed up. And he hit some weird spine buster dealy on Dean Ambrose without Rollins to get the win, and then Bray's sister Abigail and Ambrose. So it was like Ambrose's next feud is with Bray Wyatt. That's all well and good. I think they can do a lot in terms of promos with each other. So, all in all, like I said, it was a good show, Hell in a Cell. But it was better than it probably had a right to be, given what you had. But it had a nice card anyway. The only match I didn't care about was Cena-Orton. But that's just because when you've seen it so much, you can't get into matches like that. So, occasionally about my predictions. I believe I predicted 7, because I only knew about 7. And I went 4 for 3. The matches I predicted right were Nikki and Brie, Rusev Big Show, Cena Orton, and Paige and AJ, and I was wrong on Rollins Ambrose, Sheamus Miz, and the tag title match. So I was 4 and 3 on my predictions. Of the ones I predicted anyway, because I didn't predict Cesaro Ziggler because I didn't know about when I made the vid, so. I would have been wrong on it though, I would have picked Cesaro, but. So, yeah. That was my review of Hell in a Cell 2014. If you like this video, hit the like button down there, hit the subscribe button down there, and thanks for watching. Bye.